Allora manca. Ci siamo? Okay, so good morning everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you also live for being here with us. We are in the booth Eterno Ivica, CERSAI 2023, the 40th edition. So we are here with our colleagues of the technical department, Sandro and Tony, and we are going to present, to start the third day of demonstration of the system for raised floor, outdoor raised floor by Eterno Ivica. We have already done in the past 2 days the presentation of the pedestal system, of the Woodex system, that is the one that uses the joists, and today we are presenting the novelty of CERSAI 2023, that is our GRF system, that means grid raised floor system, so an installation of tiles or other material over a grid that is laid over our pedestal. So we can start with a presentation. This is the grid we are going to install today, and we are going to install this on our most important and most technical pedestal named Prime. Prego. As you can see, the installers have already prepared the scheme of the pedestal. The grid is 50 by 50, so we used to put at least one pedestal per each corner. And in certain cases, in order to make everything more stable, we sometimes suggest also to add another pedestal in the middle of the grid. The grid, once again, is 50 by 50, 4 centimeters thick, and the grids can be connected together with a dovetail shape. So you don't need any kind of other installation tool to put them together. So Sandro is preparing the corner of the installation. The Prime is already in the corner of our booth and of our floor. As you can see, this pedestal has already a pre-cut base on one side that makes more easy to create all the perimetral profile. Then if you have to go on a corner, you can easily also cut another part of the base according to the pre-incision that you have on the back. And we are installing on an example of membrane, an insulating membrane. And one of the main advantages of using the pedestal by Eterno Ivica is that all our ranges have a base that is smooth in the edges in order not to create a problem in the membrane. These grids have holes on the top that give the opportunity to the water to drain in an easy way. And at the same time, when you put them together, you still have the space for doing the regulation of the grid with our installation key. The red installation key is something that has been in the system of Eterno Ivica for 20 years. It was a patent, and now all over the world is a sort of standard for installation of pedestal. As you can see, we consider this as one, or possibly the quickest way to install a raised floor, even if you have a new layer compared to the standard solution. Usually, we used to install the tiles, for example, ceramic tiles or pavers, directly over the pedestal. In this case, we are doing this for a safety reason first, but the way we install it becomes quicker because also for the weight, of course, of the grid that is lighter compared to a paver, so you can, with a regulation key, easily adjust the height without the weight of the tile at the very beginning. The safety grid has been in the catalog of Eterno Ivica for 3 years, And it was born at the very beginning with the idea to make floor safe for people working on that. We all know the strong resistance of pavers. We used to install 20 mm thickness tile slabs over there, and we all know that we can work on that without cracking that. But sometimes it happens. They can break because something heavy can fall over them, and so on. So at the very beginning, the idea of the grid was just a safety option in case a tile crack, the floor does not collapse. But in the last months, we have discussed with our partners all over the world that are using the grid, and we found that they were using that not just for safety, but they were using also to have a new layer where to create something over free from every kind of layout. So we decided to create a full system with all the accessories dedicated to this kind of system, and to have everything ready for installation without doing it and trying to figure out how to do the things on the job site. So everything you see here today, a part of the pavers, of course, is in the catalog of the GRF system. So you have the pedestal, of course, you have the grids, and you have all the accessories that we are going to show you after the very first installation. While, in the meanwhile, while Sandro is preparing everything, just a couple of words about Eterno Ivica. I don't know if all of you know the company. We are a manufacturing company of, we are a printing company of plastic for almost 70 years. So we started from other kind of items. So there were, we still have brands about insulating material and drainage materials. But in the very last year, we became, well, very last year, in the last 20 years, we became all over the world very popular for the introduction of our system of raised floor and for our system of pedestals. The company, in the name of Mr. Favero, that is today still the owner of the company, was the very first company in pedestal systems who invented the tilting head. That was a patent at the beginning, and it's still today the most used also with in other competitors. One of the most used head in the world. The tilting head, that is included also in the Prime, give the possibility to adjust the slope without using any other kind of accessory up to 5%, but just thanks to the weight of the tile. We just lay down the pedestal, we put the tile over there, and the weight of the tile gives the opportunity to the floor to be completely flat. One other advantage of the Prime is that it's the first pedestal in the world with a screw into a screw. So the extension is already included into the pedestal. That means that for the two main advantages, there are loads of advantages. The two main advantages, one for the installers and one for our distributor, are that the installer doesn't have to do so many calculations of heights, because with just 3 items, we achieve heights from 3 centimeter up to 42 centimeter, and we cover with this item almost the 90% of needs on the job sites. So easy for the installer, because they just need to order 1, 2, maximum 3 items, but at the same time easy for our distributor all over the world, because it saves space in the warehouse, because they have just warehousing 3 pedestals and maybe a couple of different heads and some accessories, and they are ready to solve any kind of request from the job site. Okay, the tilting head was one patent. I've already told you that also the installation key was a patent. Now we have launched here a new pedestal named Reversus, where we have a head that is a new patent. Reversus is also a pedestal exclusive in the world because the head is reversible. On one side, we have the tabs for the installation of tiles, and on the other side, we have the tabs for placing the joist over there. Our joist, aluminum joist, but at the same time also any kind of joist that you can find on the market. That can be another aluminum joist or a wooden joist. The tabs of the pedestals, I don't have a pedestal anymore to show you, but the tabs are easy to crack thanks to the key that they have in their hand. So everything is really fast on the job site. We are presenting this kind of system, so the GRF system, with the possibility of install different kinds of finishes over there. We are starting now with the tiles. He is starting to doing the raise, the perimetral profile. We have two options for the perimetral profile. The very first option is working with tile, so you can have ceramic on the top and also ceramic on the edges in order to have a complete aesthetical solution and that combine both horizontal finishes and vertical finishes. For doing this, we never use, as usual, any kind of tool that fix the things. So everything is still removable, just laid down in an easy way. They are placing down now just the tile together with an edge profile that cover the border of the tile and the razor that we have pre-cut, of course, for this kind of demonstration before the installation. La clip, ce l'hai la clip? In order to make everything stable, we used to put also, we are not doing that in order to save time today because we have 20 minutes to explain everything. We used to put under the pedestal a clip that connect the top profile to the bottom of the pedestal, so that you can create a razor completely locked to and connected to the system. Now they have finished to install the pedestal, to install the pavers. Under the pavers, we have an item that I'm going to show you, that is this. Rubo. Non l'ho visto. This is the DLG, that is the accessory that we use to create the joint over the floor with the tiles. No problem. They are already under the tiles, so I cannot show you what they use. But is this exactly? This is easy because we have it's 1.5 millimeter thick, and it's easy because we can. Can I? Posso romperlo? You can crack. And you can use also the part that you need, and you have also the tab to create the joint. It means that you can lay whatever kind of size you want also together. So they don't have to be necessarily modular. You can use a 30 by 30 together with a 30 by 60, together with a 45 by 90, whatever you want, by just placing them there, because the layout scheme is completely independent from the new layer created by the grid. So can you imagine how many possibilities you can give to the architects you work with? So it's not anymore just a technical floor, but it's a aesthetical and architectural raised floor. See? They are now fixing on one side a T-profile. We use that T-profile in order to place two different surfaces together. On the side of the tile, we don't need to fix it because the weight of the tile is enough to make it stable. But in this part of the installation, we are going to present a possible solution with the grid raised floor system, that is the installation of synthetic grass. We also have one kind of synthetic grass in the catalog. Up to you. You can use our one. You can have your own in your country. We don't care. The most important thing for us is to show you that how flexible is this kind of system. You can place different solutions. Now, today we have porcelain together with grass, but we also can do it with cement and grass or whatever. We have pre-cut also the grass. The grass goes over the T-profile that is just there to separate the two solutions. On the part of the grass, they have screw the T-profile into the grid, and now they are screwing also the grass over there because the weight of the grass is not enough to make everything stable. We have also done some adjustment to the grid in the years in order to make it, as I was mentioned before, the grid that was a safety grid to a full system grid. Now we have a grid where the main edges are closed, so you can see here that there is a space that is full where you can put the screw, while before it was all empty, so we couldn't be able to do that. Then, in all the accessories, you find also this adhesive roll that gives you the opportunity to match different part of the grass. So we just put it down, and we take the measurement where the two grass roll are matching and are merging. So just putting one down. In this case, they have turned in two different ways, so you feel the difference, but usually you can do something that looks exactly a full floor of grass. So you just take the measurement, you just put them together, and when you have to install them, you reopen, you remove the adhesive, and you join them with the adhesive. The adhesive attach just the grass and not the grid, because you want to leave the grid completely free. Finito voi? Just two small details more. We don't have it here, of course, because it's a demonstration, but we suggest always to put over the grass some sand in order to make it also more stable. That's it. Just to close, they are part of our technical team. We have a technical team that is traveling around Europe to do demonstration like this to our main partner here in Europe. And now we are working to do the same all over the world, also overseas. So we will be able to do this kind of presentation to our distributor, but also maybe the starting of important job sites. The name of the service is Eterno Ivica Academy. It's a novelty by us in this CERSAIE 2023. So this is the grid raised floor system. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow we will have the presentation of the new Pedestal Reversus that I have mentioned before. So if you are here around, more than welcome to have you as our guest. Thank you for coming and enjoy the show.